Hey, this is Dave, Dave's Garage. We're here to talk to you about the Factory 5 MK4 Roadster. We got a complete kit that was delivered in September of 2021, but with all the supply chain issues, didn't really get enough parts to get seriously working on it until about March of 2022, last year. So we're about a month or a year into it, and we got it to a point where it is go-kart. So before we put all the rest of the aluminum panels on, wanted to show you where the kit's at, how the build's going, talk about some of the custom parts we put in it, and get that all done before we start covering everything up. So let's get into it. So here is the kit. This is, again, the complete kit from Factory 5. It is fully go-kart right now. We've actually had it out on the driveway a little bit and was able to sneak it down, drove it on to our local shop to get a full four-wheel alignment on it before we start sealing everything up. We've got the 17-inch Halibran wheels from Factory 5, 9.5-inch width in the front, and we did the 10.5 in the back. Just give it a little extra width, a little wider tire to hopefully help with the traction. Not a lot of clearance with the suspension, but just enough, and it looks pretty mean with those tires on it. Also happened in the back. Let's talk about that a little bit. We've got the independent rear suspension. So this is the full IRS from Factory 5. That includes the 3.55 center section, as well as the full IRS suspension components from Factory 5. On the fuel system, we are doing in-tank fuel system. So this is the Holly Sniper 255 liter per hour in-tank fuel pump with a Pro M Racing fuel pump hanger. So that hanger is really nice. It's got the equal sized inlet and outlet to minimize kind of issues with gas flow and all that kind of stuff. So I've been really happy with that. And that is all connected to a Redhorse Performance fuel filter. This is a fuel filter that you can access from the bottom. So once you get the aluminum on there, it'll still be accessible for maintenance and all that kind of good stuff. Can't really see it, but we've got the Tremec TKX transmission, and we did install a Metco safety loop over the drive shaft. Just a little bit of extra safety there in case there's any issues with the drive shaft. So for the most part, everything else is as you would expect from Factory 5, but we've been happy with that independent rear suspension, and I've had real good luck so far with the in-tank fuel pump and the system set up for fuel. So now let's talk about the interior, the cockpit. Try to keep it real simple, real minimalist on the dash layout and the gauges. A few small things we'll talk about. We did do the leather seats. Just thought that might be a little nice touch for that. We've got the Russ Thompson turn signal, and we did the horn as the button on the end of that. Included with that, or actually supporting that, we've got the turn signal bezel, the actual Mike Everson for the steering column, just finishes off that look a little bit. And then we did these switches from a company called Appeal. So real simple, but they do a nice job. So the switches for the hazards and for the high beams, real simple, but when you push them, they got a little light that blinks, which is nice. And then for the high beams, these turn on as well. So considering flipping those to the dip switches, but like these for now, and they're working well, nice and easy to set up, and I think they're pretty clean on the interior. A few other things in here. We've got the accelerator pedal. This is a Russ Thompson accelerator pedal. That went in real nicely, and we'll show how that connects to the throttle linkage as well. And we did do the coating for the soundproofing on the interior, and told that works well. So looking forward to seeing how that goes. And next down here will be the carpet. So that's the interior. Looking forward to getting it out there and driving it. But for now, we'll move on to the engine. Okay, so here we go. This is the engine bay. This is several things in here that we did a little bit different, maybe kind of more in here, some of it for performance, some of it for visuals and style. This is a Blueprint 347 with the Holly Sniper EFI. As we talked about, mated to a 5-speed Tremec TKX transmission. We've got, I guess what you'd call the vanity valve covers and air filter. Those are both Scott Drake. On the engine itself, we didn't go for the air conditioning, figure it's not that kind of car, but we did do power steering just for a little bit of comfort. And so far with that, it's made getting it in and out of the garage super easy, and it's, I think, a good add-on. You also notice we've got over all the aluminum panels, on every single aluminum panel, we coated them in a product called DBSkin. Put 3 coats of that on. That does a couple things. One, I kind of like the black look on the engine bay. A lot of it won't be seen in the trunk with carpet and the cockpit, but it also provides some soundproofing and sound absorption. It's actually made for speaker boxes, and so it provides not only a good look, but a bit of protection around vibrations and sound. So hoping that works out well. Got the mechanical throttle linkage. This is the Mike Forte mechanical throttle linkage. Real pretty, does a real nice job. Great feel on the accelerator pedal, especially with the that Russ Thompson accelerator pedal. A little bit of a challenge to get it all the angles set up right, but once you've got it, it's a real nice set of adjustments and real nice feel to the accelerator. On the coolant, quite a few things here. So we've got, this is a coolant overflow tank from Canton Racing. That's a nice tank. We thought just a little extra size compared to the one that comes with the kit. It's also got a window to view. The engine's cold right now, so it's going to be a little bit low, but a nice tank, and it's been doing a great job so far. Matches the master cylinder reservoir kit that we had. This is from Kugel Street Rod Components. It's the triple reservoir, and just gives a little extra space from what the ones with Factory 5 came, a little more compact. We've got front, rear, and clutch, because we do have a hydraulic clutch in this as well. And so that's a nice little add-on to what we've had. And then back to the coolant system. We got pretty much everything that Breeze had to offer. We've got the radiator nose panel, which is not installed yet, and the upper cowl, which is also not installed yet. We did the upper and lower hangers on the radio from Breeze, as well as the upper and lower radiator tubes. These are the cool tubes, up and down. That has, is real nice to install. Looks real good on the car. Certainly an upgrade over what comes with the Factory 5 stuff naturally. And then we did do the upper and lower hangers, the radiator mounts from Breeze as well. This was, made it nice and easy to install. You're able to get a full, complete install on that radiator before putting the body on. And then we also did in the front mounted battery. I don't have all the cables fully completed yet, but you can see that's a nice, fits in real nicely there. It's a great spot for the battery, and kind of makes it a little bit more accessible and gives you a little more trunk space versus having it in the trunk. And the final thing, we've got some temporary headers and pipes on here. These are just to kind of get things running. We bought the gas-in headers and their touring side pipes. So those are currently with Jet Hot to get ceramic coated. Should be showing up shortly, and we'll get those put on. I've heard great things about those headers and those side pipes, so really looking forward to seeing those on here. And yeah, we're getting close. After this, we're going to start closing up the foot box. We'll put all the rear end aluminum panels on, get all the insulation and kind of tubing on the body so that we can get the body put on. And we're getting close. We're getting close. It's I can feel the end near. So looking forward to that. We'll do another video once we get the body on and show you how all that goes. But I wanted to show you this before we get it all closed up. Thanks for watching. If you see anything that you've got questions on, or if you see anything that perhaps we didn't do right, or you'd recommend we take a look at before we get the whole thing finished up, please let us know. I think we got most of it, but I love all the feedback from the Factory 5 community. It's been a great group, and would love the input. Thanks a lot, and we'll talk to y'all soon.